art dealing. It's a $200 billion business worldwide, and art insurance is a billion-dollar business that continues to grow as collectors in China and the Middle East enter the picture. So what happens when a collector damages a masterpiece, like when casino magnate Steve Wynn put his elbow through a $48 million Picasso? We're about to find out. Joining us is Christiane Fischer, CEO of Axa Art Insurance Corporation, the world's leading insurer of fine art and collectibles. Christiane, a delight to have you here. What does it mean when Steve Wynn puts his elbow through a Picasso? Is that covered by insurance? And if so, how much did he pay for it?
It is absolutely covered by insurance, and what it causes is initially, of course, great shock by the insurance company that is on risk. Losses like this are very complicated because, you have to first repair the work of art and then assess the loss in value. And assessing the loss in value is a very delicate procedure, and it takes many experts to get involved, and it takes a while to come then to a conclusion of what is the loss in value, which is ultimately what is being paid out to the collector.
That is an excellent question, because in financial markets we're used to things being priced as of the last trade. The art market is much more illiquid than that. So how often do you find yourselves in dispute with someone who considers a piece of art worth one thing and the insurance adjuster is considering it worth something else?
Adjusting a claim situation is a very complicated process, and it requires an insurance company to have a high understanding of the art market and the values. Typically, we bring in third-party experts to be the expert advisor on the market value at the time of the loss and the actual loss in value.
So exactly what role does a company like Axa Art Insurance play? I just saw a few days ago the Matisse exhibit that is at the Museum of Modern Art here in New York City. Axa is one of the sponsors of that event. Are you insuring the entire thing? Do you insure the museum? How does it work? Who's paying you?
Well, we are one of the insurer of the Museum of Modern Art. A museum like the Museum of Modern Art requires many insurers to bring together to capacity for adequate insurance. The exhibition is usually either covered under a separate insurance policy or under the annual insurance policy of the museum.
Now, from the standpoint of an insurer, is art an increasingly appealing business, or at least art insurance? Because, as we mentioned, you do have collectors from the Far East, the Middle East, increasingly getting into the market where Western collectors used to be most active. What does that mean for your business?
Art insurance is a growing business, and as the market becomes more international, we see ourselves opening up offices all over the world. We started having offices in Hong Kong and Singapore. We've just entered the Mexican market. We're looking towards Brazil. We're having one eye in the Middle East. We're looking at India and China. So we're growing with the international aspect of the art market.
Now, I have a couple of pieces of art at home, but I don't think they're worth enough to be insurable. What is the threshold that you people at Axa recommend for people who do have art? At what point, at what value should they begin insuring it?
There is a misconception that art insurance is very expensive and only available for high-valued works of art. To the contrary, art insurance is one of the least expensive insurance products available. We at Axa Art, we like to start with a collector early in his or her collecting career, and we like to grow with the collection. So we insure beginning collectors and we insure very established collectors. So we insure very small collections in terms of the dollar value, and we insure very, very large collections.
Christiane, so good of you to join us here on the Inside Track. Thank you very much. That is Christiane Fischer. She is head of Axa Art Insurance Corporation, the world's leading insurer of art and fine collectibles.